everybody. So today's craft is for the lesson where Jesus told the parable of the two builders. The one builder, the wise builder who built his house upon the rock, and the foolish builder who built his house upon the sand. So the first thing that we're going to do is just take one sheet of paper. You're going to need a pencil, a crayon that's kind of the color of sand. I didn't really have a sand color, so I have apricot. And a crayon that is the color of rocks, so I have gray. A pair of scissors, different colored crayons for the houses that we're going to draw. You will probably end up needing 3 sheets of paper total. And a ruler. I don't have a ruler, so I'm just using a piece of cardboard for the straight edge, to make a straight edge. A glue stick would also help in this craft, which I don't have one. That's okay. All right, so on this piece of paper, we're going to use this for the 2 foundations. So let's just cut this piece of paper in half. Okay. My scissors are dull. Okay, let's make the rock foundation. I'll just draw some rocks like this. I don't know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then color them in. Oops, I'm coloring all over my table. Don't do that, kids, or their moms might get mad. Color on the table. Okay, here is our rock foundation that the wise man used. Okay, and then on this one, let's just draw sand. So I guess I'm just gonna almost just draw like a beach. Like a beach scene. Sand. That's a pretty sandy color. But I do say so myself. Oopsie. Okay, now we have our 2 foundations. Now this is the fun part. Take another sheet of paper. Actually take 2 sheets of paper. And you'll see why in a minute. This is gonna be neat. All right, so, okay. We are gonna draw a square. We actually may need more paper than this. You know what? Why don't I actually use one of my edges? That would be smart. Draw a square. Doesn't have to be a perfect square. You get the idea though, right? Okay. All right, now I'm gonna cut this out because we are gonna wanna have 2 identical houses. Okay, I need scissors. Or sharpen my scissors. So we have 2 squares. Okay, now let's see how much we can get out of this piece of paper. We're gonna make a triangle, and I'm gonna actually use my piece of paper as a straight edge. We want the triangle to fit on top of the house. The square represents the house, and the triangle represents the roof. So I just drew a line from here to here with my square. Now let's make a triangle, everybody. Okay. It's okay if it doesn't align perfectly, because we could make it a little bit longer. Okay, not perfect, but it's gonna work. It's gonna be really cute. And then down, I'm gonna use this part, and I'm gonna draw a rectangle. That's gonna be the door, the front door on the house. So let's see how big should it be? I think it should be a little bit smaller than what we have here. I think I'm just gonna freehand cut it. Oh, these scissors. These scissors, though. Whoop. Okay, now we have 2 front doors. Well, that's a really big door. Okay. We don't even have any room for windows because I made the door so big. You can make it smaller. One thing that I love about art is that when the kids show off their art during show and tell, everybody's art looks a little different, and it's like so interesting how unique people's artwork turns out. Okay. Now we have 2 roofs. Okay. So here's where the fun part is. Of course, you will you're gonna want to spend some time coloring all this stuff, and the houses can be whatever color you want. Again, I think my doors are too big, but that's okay. I'm gonna make one of my houses blue. You know what? They didn't have fancy houses back when Jesus was alive and telling this parable. They wouldn't have painted their houses blue. This is not historically accurate, you guys. Their houses probably would have been made out of clay, and so the houses would be clay colored, like brown, basically. Maybe even gray, reddish brown, terracotta color or something. But you can do whatever color you want your house to be. I think this created such an interesting pattern when I colored on this cardboard. Let's see. Yes, so that would look really cool to make the roof. I'm gonna make the roof black. Shingles on the roof. Looks like shingles. The way this turned out. They kind of look like bricks a little bit. I'm going fast for the purpose of this video, but of course take your time and color it as neatly as you want to color it. The important thing about this about all of these craft projects is that doing these crafts and having fun with them helps to solidify the lesson in your brain and helps you remember these biblical accounts. What color? How about a brown house? Oh. I'm gonna go orange house. This is more maybe like a color. Oh, that is really, that's really bright. Maybe more like a clay color. Okay. Now, here's the part coming up where I do need a glue stick. Got 2 house foundations, 2 roofs. Still need my 2 doors. And if you wanted to, you could make 2 small squares and make windows. Okay, I'll make it 1 door, this color. And 1 door, lots of color. Okay guys, so now here's the fun part. On the foundation, the rock foundation that the wise man used to build his house, we would take our glue stick. You guys are gonna have to use your imagination since I don't have a glue stick. Put the house right here, paste the door on and then paste the roof on like that. Again, use something so you don't get glue stick all over your parents' furniture. And this house on the rock stands firm and it stands straight and upright. Okay, let's just move it carefully since it's not actually glued together. Eek. Okay, here is the sand foundation house. This house, we're gonna make it all topsy-turvy, okay? And crooked and falling down. So we would paste it on like this. We would paste the door like that and paste the roof all crazy. Or like this, however you want to do it. But the idea is that this house looks all messed up because the sand was not a good foundation and the house went splat, like the song goes. The sand didn't hold the house and it wasn't a good solid foundation. So, here we have it. This craft again was for the parable of the two builders from Matthew chapter 7, if I'm not mistaken. I hope you enjoyed the craft.